So the populist right keep beating the drums of hatred towards the most vulnerable groups in society. That is how brave these people are. And as you all know, I am Portuguese, live in Portugal, and I live in a rather nice area of Portugal. It's the economy is not the best, but it's nice in terms of climate and landscape. It's a place where tourists want to come. So it's a place for a lot of season jobs. Plus, there is an area which is in which it is implemented this intensive agriculture, greenhouses, producing mirtillos and red berries, blueberries, and so there is a high demand of labor for this part of the economy that I mentioned, agriculture, and also for the tourism. And so the agriculture was the main responsible for attracting a lot of immigrants, but also the locals, the local businesses, I mean, with few exceptions, are hiring immigrants too. And this ascending populist right-wing party, which encompasses all of the worst that the right wing has in Portugal, the people who live in hatred, in sentiments of violence towards minorities, feelings of, I believe they have feelings of inferiority, very frustrated people, and it's also a general sentiment of the populace, which it's unhappy with the general state of affairs. And then comes this one guy in a nice suit and talking very fluent, and convinces them that immigration is their problem. That's what's wrong with their lives. So we have been, in the past years, we have been degrading labor protection laws. The real income has not been going up. The productivity, the income did not follow the productivity rise. You keep being called to pay the crisis of the super rich, the financial crisis. You keep being called to pay the bill. Deregulation of the super rich, too many rules imposed on the working class, with no prospect of future, because all the market manipulations lead to increase in housing prices and many other prices. So this is factual. This has been, I think, a little bit throughout the Western world, throughout Europe. In Portugal is no exception. And then comes this one guy, this motherfucking cocksucker from this party named Chega, financed by these rich guys, telling you that the problems that you are enduring, it's due to immigration. Oh, but some people argue, and rightfully so. They argue that no, but some immigrants are needed to fill the roles, jobs other people don't want to do. And then he says, yeah, but the illegal immigrants we must expel. And there is a situation now, talking about illegal immigrants. The point here is no no one wants to be illegal. Everyone that comes here to work, they want to be as legal as they can get, in order to have the same rights as the workers here. Although those rights are dwindling, they are entitled to them if they are workers. It's more than fair. They are paying their social security, they are paying their taxes, they are consuming in the country. However, they are a plus to the economy. But there is a thing that recently the past government started this process, the last government, and now this one is continuing, is that the authorities that handle immigration are understaffed, and they keep being understaffed, and they have a lot of processes, a lot of requests on their hands. And so what this leads to is that, for example, the deadlines for these people to take care of their paperwork, to take care of the residence permits, all that shit expire not because they are not doing their due diligence, they don't want to set their situation straight, but because the services are busting, are completely failing, are having a breakdown because they are overloaded. So the result, yes, if you can call them illegal, people who are trying to take care of their process and cannot do it in due time because of this problem. And then comes this one guy, this motherfucking cocksucker, because I think that's what he is. Fucking bootlicker and employee of the rich. And tries to convince you that the problem are these people. They have to be expelled. They have to be... And of course he's driving a petition for this to be discussed in the parliament, for the people, so that all the people gather and agree that illegal immigrants must be expelled. And this sounds somehow good to a chunk of the population that cannot see through the fakeness, the emptiness of this supposed big measure to solve all your problems. First of all, because they don't see the root of their own problems. That's first. Second, because, like I said, it's directed against the most vulnerable people who cannot defend themselves. And third, because this measure will not improve in any way, the situation of the Portuguese that complain about their conditions. If not, it will worsen them, because if companies want to hire these people, want to have these people working there, they will do that. And this motherfucking populist guy, he's not going to tread on their interests. Never. But he is giving a big contribution for them to be, for their conditions to be even lowered than they already are. And that is the main point. And people don't realize this. People complain that because of these people here, because of these immigrants, their wages go down. This is true. This is actually true. But this measure is not intended to solve that problem. It's intended for the opposite. It's intended to create even more vulnerability, so they can be even more exploited. And I wish, for me, this gets to my nerves, because it's crystal clear, and I feel ashamed of being aware that most of my fellow Portuguese people, not most, but a big chunk of them, a big group, falls for this. How cannot you see? Good people fall for this. It's fucking annoying. And of course this will create more inequality, more social unrest, and then of course all those things might lead into insecurity and criminality. And then there the guy comes again. So he foments a problem, and then he comes again, and the other solution is more police, more repression. You see the recipe here. In the meantime, the real problems are not being addressed. The real income inequality due to unfair distribution of the fruits of the labor, it's not being addressed and will not be addressed, and the conditions of the people will keep getting worse. This I can guarantee you. Okay, this is a short video. I hope I see you on the next one. If you like it, please interact. If don't, interact just the same. I mean, it costs nothing. You know, I don't have any big ambitions, but I pretty much appreciate your feedback, your comments, even if they are somehow negative criticism. I really enjoy those very much. And yeah, the next one.